Welcome to Dance Canvas's Choreo Chat. I'm Angela Harris, the Executive Artistic Director of Dance Canvas, and I am so glad to be joined by two of my favorite people from the Tap Rebels, Vanessa Zabari and Mary Beth Stinson. Welcome, guys.
Hi.
Thank you. Hi.
Well, I'm so excited to be talking with you because I feel like we haven't been in the studio together in months. And so I'm looking forward to catching up on what you've been up to, but also giving our audiences a chance to get to know you guys a little bit more than they already know you. You both have been a part of Dance Canvas for many, many years in different capacities. So I want to go back before Dance Canvas and find out a little bit about how you guys got to be where you are today. So, Vanessa, can you start by telling us a little bit about your background and how you are the choreographer you are today?
I'm originally from Pataskala, Ohio. I grew up on a farm, and I started dancing when I was like 6. I started with tap. I went to Pinnell Dance Center. It's a competition studio. And then when I was 16, I decided, you know what? I actually think I want to be a dancer. So I went to a summer intensive at the University of Akron. And then that's when I was like, okay, I'm going to be a dancer. But I ended up going to college there. I graduated with a Bachelor's of Arts. And then I moved to Atlanta. I thought about New York. I thought about Cali, but I ended up in Atlanta. I used to work for Nicole, who was Little John's wife at the time, or they're still married. But that's where I started. I was a part of the entertainment at Cafe Tutu Tango, if you guys remember that restaurant in Buckhead. I did a lot of different things, but I just really wanted to be known for tap. I just decided to kind of do my own thing and just tap and choreograph as much as I can until someone would notice.
And Mary Beth, what about you?
I also grew up dancing at the same age as Vanessa, like a nice a little 6 years old.
Yeah.
I actually always loved tap too. That's so crazy because me and Vanessa talk about that all the time. I was little and I would only wear the shoes that made the click clack noise, and my parents were like, okay, it's just too much. So I wanted to make noise from when I was very young. I grew up dancing at Great Gig Dance Company in Kennesaw, Georgia. And then the same kind of thing as Vanessa, you have a realization that this is what you want to do. So I went to the University of Georgia. I have a BFA in dance, and I went on after I graduated to get my certification to teach K through 12 dance. I'm very proud of that. So I'm currently the dance director at Archer High School, which I love with my whole entire heart. So I love the educational aspect of dance. I also teach at different studios, but tap, there's something special about it. That is my absolute passion. And when I came back from college and I was kind of looking for jobs, that's actually how I met Vanessa. Through Dance Canvas was what I saw as some performance opportunities. So my first Dance Canvas experience, Vanessa was my choreographer in the ballet tap fusion, the amazing piece that it was. And then after we met, it was just game over. So I love that Dance Canvas actually brought us together. And now we're both tapping. I love it.
Well, I always joke with you guys because I love tap too, and I can't do it. So I say that I'm an honorary tap rebel all the time. So.
Yes.
So Vanessa, you were a choreographer with us twice. Once, I think it was 2013, maybe, I think.
Yeah, 'cause
You
that
were
was the year I was pregnant. Yeah,
at the
that was
14th house.
Rachel and I's piece. Yeah.
Yeah. And then you came back and you were, we worked together. We collaborated on a piece for our anniversary performance, which was awesome. But Mary Beth, this was our first time working with you as a choreographer. In the past, you've been a performer in several of the pieces. Um, Tell me a little bit, we'll talk about Tap Rebels and kind of its inception in a little bit, but tell me a little bit about you guys as choreographers and collaborating on work. And I know you guys work as a artistic team with the Tap Rebels, but what was it like co-choreographing a piece?
Well, me and Vanessa, we work really well together, which I know people say that, but really, truly. And I do have to give a shout out to the company because a lot of the pieces the company does help. We're as a group, like there's a lot of magic that they bring to the company. For this piece, Vanessa had the idea to have Abyss, who is our lovely spoken word poet, amazing artist. And then I had the idea that to start with some kind of like floor work that like, and it was at the time that we were creating our first show. So we were just trying to show, just like come out of the gate, just really hot and just think of all the different ways we could present ourselves in tap. So she had this really unique idea. I had this really unique idea. And then we listened to the music. And then we just we met in the studio and it just started. She went, I went, she went, I went. I have this vision. I have this vision. Some of it she would freestyle it, and then we would kind of like codify it into something real. And then we would be like, okay, we both see a circle. Okay, we should have partners here. And then just like boom, 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 boom. Very quickly, and it's very exciting because we both love it. She's like, yes, and then I'm like, yes, okay, yeah.
So let's go back a little bit because the piece that you worked on for our 2020 performance series was actually developed for your inaugural performance series of the Tap Rebels. And we had the pleasure of working with you guys as our very first company incubator pilot project, where it started out of an idea of making a professional tap company. And we had the chance to kind of work with you through the process to see it all come to fruition. So Vanessa, what inspired a professional tap company? What do you see as your vision for professional tap?
Well, I mean, I always wanted to do it. I did it. I tried it before, and then it kind of discouraged me. And then I was like kind of over it. But then Angela, the great friend that she is, every time I would see, every time we would see each other, you would just be like, so what's up with the tap company? So then it would just resonate even more. But I just felt like you believing in me just gave me the, I guess, the drive to do it. Like once I realized that you really, really believed in me that much, it just made me just want to do it more. So,
but it's also a testament to you and your choreography and the fact that we don't see professional tap as much as we see some of the other styles of dance, and doing something that I think the community really appreciates and needs to see. So I was thrilled to just be a little part of making, your vision come to life. And what I love about the Tap Rebels, and I don't know if it'll stay this way as you guys grow in the future, but you guys are all women and all professional tappers and all based in Atlanta. Tell me a little bit about that and like how that all came about.
I was like, Mary Beth is definitely gonna be in the company and my artistic director and my everything. And then from there, I just was like, oh, Kayla, she's my first student. Kayla, do you want to be in a tap company? Like, she's like, yeah. And then it's like, Teresa, hey, Teresa. So I try to hit up the people that I thought would actually do it. And then from there, we had an audition.
Yeah, because I think the people we thought of, like Teresa is a really big member of the tap community. And I think we all like when we were calling these people and like when Vanessa called me, we all had the same agreement, which it was like, we as tap lovers, we usually never get asked to perform. It's just like, can you set pieces? Can you teach tap? There's not a whole lot of like performance opportunities for tap. And so we all agreed there's just like a gap in the market for actual performances of tap, because people always say they love to watch it, but then there's never an opportunity to actually perform it. So you're just teaching tap. So I was thrilled. I know Teresa was thrilled. And then, you know, we had an audition. We started with Minnie, and we have what we now call our little dream team. And it's just fate, is what we say all the time. Everybody brings something different to the table. Each member is like so unique. They're so special. The perfect group. Yeah.
I think me and Mary Beth have been saying it from the beginning, but like, I just think more recently, they're really realizing how special we are. Like, because we did our last video at Piedmont Park, and we had like a whole crowd, like for hours, you know? So I think from there, it's like, we do have some people just sat here.
Yeah, because I think, what Vanessa's saying is so perfect. Because I think anybody like starting anything, like whether it's a company or a business, at the beginning, you're like, I don't know, you know, it's like you believe in yourself, but then it takes so many other variables like people, supporters, resources. And then I think we just work and work and work, and all the company members are like, yeah, we're down. Doesn't matter if nobody finds us. Like, we're all just here because we believe in Vanessa and we believe in tap. And as we've actually like gotten the reward of like people like knowing us, we're like, it's just like makes us so happy, because tap makes us happy, and to be able to share it is just like, we're really having a good feeling lately about it.
Let's talk about a not so happy period. We were about to go on stage, and we got word, and like in that week,
1 week.
Oh my goodness. If COVID had just waited 1 week.
I think about this all the time, you guys, like the 1 week.
Oh, and I've been saying to people, like, Dance Canvas, I had experienced a shutdown in 2015.
Oh, we did that show.
Oh, that's right. So y'all went through it with me.
Yes. Trey, me and Trey.
Yes, that's right.
That was the year, yeah. I forgot about that.
Vanessa and I experienced a shutdown before. And it was devastating at the time. And I think this go round for me was a little bit, I mean, it still was bad, but it was a little bit easier because I knew how to manage through a shutdown, even though this was unlike anything else, because we don't know when, you know, things are going to go back.
Yeah.
How was it for you guys? Like, I know you had a company of dancers that you had to get through this too. So what was that cancellation like?
I think it was just really overwhelming because everything got canceled, like in a ripple effect.
Oh yeah.
And you know, like the performances, the dance competitions at the studios we worked for, events left and right. And I remember Vanessa being like, I don't, it's not looking good. And I was like, I know. And I remember being on the Zoom meeting, and it was just like, wow. I mean, it was like, it felt like in 24 hours, it just like the whole world like did whatever this is.
Yeah.
Did that. It went like that. And we for sure were disappointed because, I mean, the company was really, really excited. We had made some changes to the piece, and we just had built a lot of momentum, you know, as performers do, and that you get excited about it. And, but you know, it's out of anybody's control.
Yeah.
So things happen how they will.
Yeah.
We were booked too. So it was like after Dance Canvas, we had like a whole bunch of stuff booked. So we were like,
we were on the phone in silence. We were just like, because there was nothing to say, because it's like nobody can fix it. It's nobody's fault. It's just like we were just like, it's like, no.
We'll take some time off. We'll see you guys in a couple months after quarantine.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, I'm glad we're kind of back now. I mean,
that's what I was going to ask. So during this time, what has happened? I know some of the things that kind of have been happening in some of the awards and recognitions and things like that you've gotten, but what have you guys been up to?
We're just really just focusing on dropping concept videos. So we just dropped one, I believe 2 weeks ago or a week ago. Yes, you can go to our YouTube page, which is Vanessa Zabari YouTube page, and it has all our videos on there. You can also follow us on Facebook and Instagram. So you can watch our videos on those as well. It's just the full video is on YouTube.
The YouTube. Okay. And we'll be sure to link it too so that you can just click and follow.
Thank you.
Yeah.
We're in this gray area where like there's rules, but then there's like some things that we are allowed to start doing again. So when we started back, it was like making sure that the company felt comfortable. And, you know, with the masks, let me tell you something. Tapping and masks.
Oh my goodness.
If anything, 2020 has given us the gift of fitness. It has given us the gift of stamina.
Yes.
Because we were like joking that we're running it with the mask. We are like, we will be unstoppable without them. Because
I know.
Adjusting, because we would like do a regular warm up and we would be like, and everyone would like put their hand up like, okay, just give us a minute. And now we're like, the fitness level is
yes.
But, you know, we try to plan for things, but it's so hard because some places are, you know, have rules, and sometimes we're planning for something we don't know because things change every week and every day. And we did a concept video about the racial injustices that have been going on. And so that gave us a project to really put a lot of our energy into, especially because that was a lot of things happening in the summer. So when we started meeting back together, we were all very on the same page about what we wanted to dance about. And it's been good because it's good to like slow down every now and then and just, you know, enjoy each other. We do have another concept video that we're gonna start working on. So we actually have a couple lined up. So I think that's kind of the strategy. Well, and I think something we discuss as a company is that's where a lot of people are heading in the dance community is virtual versus like a show in a theater, just because it's safer instead of planning for something that we don't know if we'll be able to have an audience. So a lot of people are kind of heading that route. So we have a good rhythm with the concept videos we make. We have a great team, like in terms of like the videographer and how we kind of like rehearse them and prepare. So I think we've really taken that rhythm and just kind of said, this is what we're going to do. And then that way people can share the videos, you know, instead of having to make a performance. And then also we're hoping that we can start doing our open classes again, but you know, it's all, you know, just up to the space and people's comfort levels, and we don't want to force anything, but that was something we really were enjoying. We started them in January and we were loving them. And then, you know, just we had a couple that we were able to fit in before things change. So we're hoping, you know, at some point we'll be able to get those back because we really enjoy having people come in and just being able to meet different tappers and have those little open classes. And we're just hoping to just perform as much as we can.
Well, I love being able to catch up with you guys, and I'm so thankful that you joined me today. And I know that we're going to be back in the theater at some point presenting your work. So in the meantime, we're going to toss it to some of your footage from our very last rehearsal so that audiences can see at least what you were working on in an excerpt, but know that they'll have to come back to see it on stage in the final work. So thank you so much, guys, for joining us today. It was such a pleasure. Good luck with everything coming up, and we will see you soon.
Yes, thank you so much for having us, and thank you, fans. We love you guys. We love you.
Please follow us and watch our videos, and if you love tap, we love you. So thank you for having us, Angela.
Thank you, guys.